This is me preparing my jello. Hey y'all, it's me, Gina, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today on Busy Bakin, we are getting ready for St. Patrick's Day. I love little foods that kind of correlate with the holiday coming up, so we're gonna do probably 2 little St. Patty's Day recipes so you guys can have them to make with your kids. And today we're gonna be making a fun, kind of almost little springy dessert, but that is good for St. Patty's Day, and that is gonna be a vanilla lime poke cake with a Cool Whip topping. Did I say that word right? Whip? So I love a good poke cake because it's very easy and it's very yummy, and it actually looks really pretty when you finish with it. So for this recipe, we are gonna start with a 9x13 cake of your choice. I chose a white vanilla cake, just because you don't want a lot of flavors going on, so you can choose just a regular white cake, but I did the white vanilla cake. I've already pre-made it. What you need to do is make your vanilla cake and let it cool, so you need to have that as your first step. You need 2 3-ounce boxes of lime jello, which I have in a bowl set over to the side. With that, you'll need 1 cup of boiling water, a 1/4 cup of cold water. You need a small box of vanilla instant pudding. I think it's 3.4 ounces, and with that, you need 1 cup of cold milk. And then you need a container of frozen Cool Whip thawed out, and then for decorations you can do, I've got green sprinkles here in my little sprinkle jar, or you can do St. Patty's Day sprinkles if you find it. So the first thing we're gonna do is you're gonna make your cake per your box cake mix. You can do a homemade cake if you want, or you can get with the kids and make a box cake mix. And we have it already cooled. It needs to cool at least an hour. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna poke holes in this bad boy, hence the poke cake. So what I'm gonna use is just the regular kitchen knife, and I'm gonna use the back end of it. You just want something that's round, a little bit round, so you can poke round holes in your cake, and you're gonna poke them about 2 inches apart. Now if you do this while your cake is warm, it's gonna like make your cake come up all on your knife. You can use a wooden spoon, and it's not gonna do as good. See, it's even doing it now, and this cake has been cooled overnight, so just, you don't want your cake to come all apart, but you're just gonna poke holes all down your cake. And if you've never made a poke cake, that's what a poke cake is. It's just a regular cake with holes poked in it. And then you make some sort of ingredient that goes in the middle. Normally it's a pudding, a ganache, in this case a jello, and it's gonna seep down in the holes. It's gonna help keep your cake moist. It's gonna give it a little fun interior on the cake and a little bit of flavor down in your cake mix. This is like coming all apart. What in the world? This may be a fail video from a good recipe. Alright, so now I've got my holes poked in my cake. I'm gonna set my cake to the side and work on my jello. Okay, so I have my 1 cup of boiling water, and I'm gonna pour it into my lime jello, and I'm just gonna take a whisk and just dissolve it. You just wanna make sure it is good and dissolved. Now, be sure you pay attention that we are only using 1 cup of boiling water and a 1/4 cup of cold water. So on the pack of your jello things, it says 1 cup of boiling and 1 cup of cold per pack. We want it to be a little more dense and intense flavor and not quite the diluted lime flavor, since it's gonna be going down in your cake. So just make sure you whisk this together until it's all dissolved. Now once your gelatin has dissolved in your bowl, you're gonna add in your 1 cup of cold water, and then we're gonna immediately pour it over our cake. So I'm gonna add in my 1/4 of a cup of cold water and mix that together. Does this have the middle of the table? Should I be in the middle of this table? Yeah. Alright, so now we are going to pour it in our cake. And we want to make sure we get it all over the cake, so you may want to start with a really big spoon. Alright, so I'm just going to start with a little spoon here and just kind of pour it into each one of those little holes, because you want to make sure it fills up these little areas so that you get the lime in all of the cracks in your cake. Alright, now that we have our Jell-O covering our cake and all down in the holes, we're going to pop this in the refrigerator to chill just a few minutes. So we're going to give it about 10 minutes to chill. While that's chilling, we're going to go ahead and start working on our whipped topping for this. Alright guys, so now that our cake has our lime Jell-O down in the holes and on top of the cake and it's in the fridge chilling, we're going to work on our topping for this. So we're going to take our package of instant vanilla pudding and our 1 cup of milk, and we're going to whisk it for 2 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes. 1 minute.
Alright, after your 2 minutes are up, oh no. After your 2 minutes are up, we are going to fold in our whipped topping. And by that, we just mean you're going to not whisk it together, you're just going to mix it together with a spoon. Or with a spatula like I have here. So we are going to fold and mix this together. This is like one of the best toppings for a cake, especially over the summer and the spring, is to just take a pudding, an instant pudding like chocolate or vanilla or even pistachio, and just make your pudding, mix it together for 2 minutes, and then mix in a thing of whipped cream and throw it over the top of a sheet cake. Oh, it's so good. I'm not big on cream cheese and cream cheese icing, so this is a good alternative on some of those cakes. Like you can do a chocolate cake and then do chocolate pudding in this and whipped cream, and it's such a light, fluffy, good, yummy icing on top of a heavier dessert. It's so good. Do some strawberry. Is strawberry pudding a thing? I don't know if it is or not, but you could do it on top of like strawberry shortcake, even with some vanilla pudding. Alright, so I think that we've got this stirred and folded in good. So now we're going to bring our cake back out. And it's not had time to set all the way, but we want the icing to sit with the Jell-O. So we're just going to take this icing and we're just going to spread it out on top of the cake. The cake smells so good. And so does the icing. It's going to be so yummy. Make sure you get all this out. Save what's in the bowl to eat for later, because the calories, the stuff left in the bowl, the calories don't count. You heard it from me. So lick the spoon in the bowl all you want to. Alright. Abby, hush. Alright, so now that we've got our topping, our whipped cream on. That's really good. Now I'm just gonna throw some sprinkles on top. I'm gonna put them in my hand first. I don't trust myself. And like I said, if you can find some St. Patty's Day sprinkles, use those. But I just got some regular green sprinkles right here. Oh yeah, got 2 different color green sprinkles here. A bluish green and a green green. And we're just gonna add it on top to add into our St. Patty's Day theme. And we're just gonna cover this and we're gonna pop it back in the fridge. You can make this the night before and it'll be really good and chilled, but I'd put it in the fridge for at least an hour before you try to cut it and serve it. And it needs to stay refrigerated if you're not gonna eat it all right away. So we're gonna pop this in the fridge for about an hour and then I will see y'all then. Alright y'all, our cake has chilled. We have cut a piece and it kind of come apart because it is very moist. I know people don't like that word, but it's very moist. And it's very St. Patty's Day. So we have our little green drizzle down the side. I'm trying to see if something can see it without throwing my cake in the floor. See the little green drizzle down the side? And it has our sprinkles on top. And it's very light vanilla with some lime flavor and then an amazing vanilla Cool Whip topping. Whip topping. Cool Whip topping. And it is perfect for your St. Patty's Day celebration. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button because y'all know y'all want to. We put up videos every Tuesday and you don't want to miss one. And we will see y'all next time. Stay sweet, y'all. Lime is a very weird flavor for a cake, though, don't you think? Most stuff that's green is mint. But that's what I'm talking about right there. Vanilla with a kick of lime. And that whipped cream icing is the bomb. That's what I mean. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm.